According to this newspaper article right here, Fruitquan told on two dudes. Now, let me explain to y'all so y'all know what I'm going to read. If y'all remember, Fruitquan did an interview on St. Live's platform when he first came out. On the interview, the name of the title was "It Started with Robberies in Midtown." Fruitquan, the real story for LG, episode 2. Right? See, so y'all can go read the story on listen to the interview on the St. Live's platform. Right? And that when y'all listen to the interview, Fruitquan talks about how he used to be getting money in Midtown, hitting pockets. Know what I mean? And how the first time he got caught in Midtown, right, getting money was in 87. He said he went to DFY, went up north, did a bid in DFY, said he came home. He said he got locked up again in 89 in Midtown. Now, that's what this article right here in the newspaper deals about, his 1989 case, right? Now, y'all also know he made known on his page that his name is Fruitquan Bailey, right? So we can make sure we talk about the same person when I read the article, the same person that we, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all know we talk about the same person. You know how these niggas like to play games, all right? And he also, as y'all already know, he also told y'all that he from LG Projects, right? All right. Just want to make sure we all on the same page. Y'all know what we going to get into here before I read it. So let me read this to y'all. Like I said again, this is the news article right here, but I'm going to put the link in the description to the newspaper article so y'all can read it yourself. Now, the article is in the Daily News, dated August 10th, 1989. And the title of the news article is Brooklyn and Staten Island, two caught in a snap. Now I'm going to read the article for y'all. It states 2 of 3 Brooklyn teenagers nabbed in the brazen daylight robbery of a tourist in Midtown Manhattan last month after their faces were captured by an amateur photographer were in police custody in Brooklyn yesterday for robbing 2 youths of gold teeth and other property, police said. Officers said the youths bragged about their participation in the highly publicized Manhattan robbery. 2 of 15-year-olds, Fruitquan Bailey of Classen Avenue and Emmanuel Pettigrew of Bedford Avenue, who are awaiting court action for the Manhattan robbery, were arrested with Jerry Bradley, 17, of Classen Avenue. The 3 were collared in connection with the robbery of 2 other teens Tuesday evening. Then it states about the specifics of the robberies. It robbed at gunpoint, right? The 3 were arrested after a victim told the cops he had been robbed at gunpoint at Lafayette and Waverly Avenue. Lafayette. Now remember I told you Fruitquan from LG Project? That's Lafayette Gardens. All right? All right. At gunpoint at Lafayette and Waverly Avenue, police officers said Monday, who was on foot patrol in Clinton Hill, said a teenager approached and told him he and a companion had just been robbed at gunpoint by a group of youths. The name of the officer is Millennium something, said that one of the robbers showed a gun and another punched one of the victims in the mouth, knocking out some gold teeth. The second victim also was punched in the face. The robbers then grabbed the victim's hat, their gold teeth, and ran, the officer said. Millennial put their description over the police radio, and Bailey was caught by police officer, looked like Gap, whatever his name. They said the police officer name, Moran was his last name, several blocks away. And this is the point I need to pay attention to. Then he speaks about the fume publicized. This spoke about the midtown robbery now. All right, the 89 midtown robbery, Fruitquan. It's knocked for. Bailey, Fruitquan Bailey. Bailey assertedly told police the names of the other robbers and told officers the others had been arrested for the Manhattan robbery that had been filmed and publicized. You get that? All right. Pettigrew and Bradley were arrested later that evening by the officers from the precinct's robbery unit. Okay? So the dudes who Fruitquan told on, they were eventually arrested because of him telling the cops that they was the ones that was with him on the robbery, on the Manhattan Midtown robbery. All right? Y'all read that? Y'all heard me read that there, right? All right? Then it goes on to say, they were bragging about the robbery in Manhattan. They said that there was nothing, and they didn't care about that. Malicio said, Bailey and Pettigrew are currently facing robbery charges in Manhattan for the July 7th assault on a tourist at the crowded intersection of 34th Street and 5th Avenue, Midtown Manhattan, where he told y'all in the St. Louis interview where he used to hit pockets at. So that's the 89 case he got locked up for that he was telling y'all about on the St. Louis platform. All right? The assault where the tourist was kicked and punched before the assault stole $106 was captured on film by another tourist. Bailey was released on his own recordings and is due in court in Manhattan Criminal Court next month for the Midtown attack. Pettigrew, who was indicted on second-degree robbery, pleaded not guilty and was released on $5,000 bail. The third suspect in the Manhattan case looks like Jimmy Ferrier, 17, of DeKalb Avenue, pleaded guilty to robbery and is due to be sentenced September 13th. So, and it was a little difficult me reading because the print is real small. But like I said, I'm going to put the article up in the link so y'all can read it yourself. So as y'all see, Big Bad Fruitquan told on two dudes on a robbery. You see? Let me tell you something, man. As y'all dudes can see, I don't cap. When I tell you a niggas ain't who the fuck they say they is, believe what I tell you. Because y'all see how hard Fruitquan was going for Kareem Berry and Nuke, trying to justify them being a rat. You know what I'm saying to you? Trying to still say that they were still official, even though after I exposed them as being rats. So, and I told you, anytime you see somebody doing that, chances are something is not right with them. Sure enough, just like I said, whatever is done in the dark will come to the light. Sure enough, it came out. Fruitquan told on two niggas. You heard? on a fucking robbery. Now, y'all know he gonna try to tell y'all, oh, he was only 15, just like Barry did. But we all know that don't fly. We already established that in the Cream Berry case. When he told on his case, and I told y'all, if you out in the street doing dirty, commit crime, it don't matter how old you is, you know not to tell. You don't get no pass just because you was young. But watch how many onslaughter videos gonna come out saying he was only 15, he didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? He may even try to deny it. But like I already explained to y'all before, you can't post nothing false in the New York Daily News like this. This is a major public publication. Like in a new case, you cannot post false things in a public, you know what I'm saying, a national public newspaper like this. You heard? It has to be paperwork on it, and it has to be reliable, because they're not going to put their stamp on something like this unless they verify that it's official, because they stand liable behind